psychology, study of the mind and of the things of the mind, whatever that definition is. So basically, wow, it's hard to breathe in this basement. So basically, everybody has parents, right? Siblings, whatever, friends, whatever the heck. Now, me personally, I'll make a video about how you act around certain people. Truth is, we act differently around certain people, environments, situations. But are we acting as our true selves? Yes, because everybody's different. Every environment is different. So you act according to that environment and according to that uh, person, which is normal in society. And then sociology, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, is basically, how to, you know, is that a scientific study on the body and stuff of that nature. Basically, what you see with the eyes. So my mom is a very good mom. I think mom's one of the only people that I don't really know anything about or understand. I think my parents in general, I don't know much about them, to be honest. When it comes to older people, I don't know much about them. Of course, I know more about my grandparents because they tell stories and stuff. Their parents don't really tell stories like that. I'm not going to get too personal or anything at all because that's none of you guys' business. Maybe in a future video. But everybody has certain defects and stuff. I'm trying to understand my parents and other people I don't understand as much more. I'm trying to understand myself more. Why does my mom have anger issues? Why is that? That seems like a common thing in the bloodline. It seems like a struggle with like anger. In my case, it's lust of the flesh. It's very awkward talking about these things because the way people act is weird. Like, if it's people my age, it's comfortable, it's normal. If it's people that are way older, I don't know why they're acting the way they act, and they have all these years of experience, yet they decide to just act in a very almost narcissistic type of way. Because like, they just kind of stay quiet and kind of like as if they're not aware. It's just weird. But I don't know. What I mean by narcissistic is where like I don't know. It's kind of like where like they kind of have an ego where like they don't. It's just weird. I don't know. And depending on your culture, whether you're African, Hispanic, whatever the case may be, what type of parents, what type of people they are, I really don't know what type of people my parents are. What type of person is my dad or my mom? I honestly don't know. I know what type of person my grandparents are because they tell stories and stuff, and I feel like they're a lot more humble in a way because they're pretty much towards the end of their life. But your parents, they're still living and they're still working. It seems like people in their 40s and 50s have some, I don't know, man, it's weird. It seems like a Gen X thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. This whole point, psychology, study of the mind. I didn't study psychology. I just know, I do talk a lot of psychology and sociology on this channel. When people get mad at me, that makes me feel upset. Kind of like something in the brain goes off. And spiritually, it's like these demonic entities kind of take advantage of that. It could be an undeveloped part, it could be a grudge, who knows. That's what I'm trying to figure out about myself, but I think what I learned is to just detach from everything. I think all these negative stuff I learned from school, maybe people judging me, maybe me taking things seriously, whatever the case may be. But now I get older and that thing carries on and causes more problems and issues. It's like a domino effect, especially when it comes to strictness. So how do we solve these issues? We learn from our mistakes, but we gotta learn what causes those things. We can see the physical part. You see how my face is, right? I want to smile, but if I smile, nobody's gonna do anything because they have a problem. See, that's the problem. I call this the domino effect. I don't want to smile in this video, right? But I'm not gonna gain an advantage of smiling. People are just not gonna smile, or people are not gonna react. Just gonna be like, whatever, or just not gonna react. So what's the problem with them? I don't know. And then it's domino effect. I smile, but since the viewer doesn't want to smile or give positive energy, or maybe he is, but he's not doing enough. Like you can do that mentally and spiritually, but bro, just physically express yourself, bro. But you don't want to do that for whatever reason. So the domino effect, creates this negativity because you don't understand the person. You know what's going on in the person's mind or actions. Instead of asking or trying to get to the bottom of things, people want to say they don't care. Look, guys, we gotta that phrase "I don't care." We gotta remove that out of our vocabularies. That is extremely disrespectful. That is the most like that can murder somebody, bro. That can murder somebody. You can murder somebody by saying "I don't care." Oh, I forgot you existed. Don't be like this. Don't be like the. Don't be like a NBA fan. Don't be like a sports fan. Don't be like I forgot you exist. Don't be like that, bro. I made a video on how white people don't have culture. That's true for the most part. I'm talking about white Americans though. But I mean, culture is just the practice and way of life. Everybody has a way of life. I feel like culture comes with respect. If you don't have respect and morals, strong respect and morals and culture, you don't have a culture. You don't have a way of life. A way of life has to have a religion and a strong sense of morality and spirituality. Not just I'm a Christian. Anybody can say they're Christian. But bro, you gotta have a strong sense of spirituality, not some religiousness, and denying the power thereof. So this video is called Psychology to Study of the Mind because I'm trying to figure out how to get the best relationship with my parents. When I'm in the car with my dad, I have no idea what to talk about with him. When I'm around mom, sometimes it's nice. Other times it's like, I don't know, she's gonna blow up or get angry or anything. And it's awkward because it's kind of like, are you upset? Are you mad? Like, I can't tell. Yeah, I just kind of want to goof off because I don't have any friends to do that with. And I kind of missed that because as a kid, I was very shy. And I would, judge people based off how they looked and stuff. And I was like, I don't want any problems or anything. I was very shy and enclosed. So I missed a lot of experiences as a kid because I stayed inside for most of the time. Like, for example, I could have played the PS3 for the first time a long time ago, but I didn't do that until this year. I know, gosh. I know one of my friends, he had a PS3. That's the only console he had. If I went to his house, we could have played on the PS3. That would have been awesome, but never happens. Never happens. Imagine if I went to friends' houses, man. Imagine I could have played on PS2s. I still haven't played on PS2 before. So, I did that to myself. I'm gonna make a video on how I screwed up my childhood in a sort of way. My childhood was still really good. It could have been better, though. But, that was my choice. That was my choice, guys. To be shy. My teenage years were crap because I decided to be shy. And then COVID happens as I turned 13. So then it just made it 10 times worse. And now And God used that, as a testimony, I guess. So if you don't think I'm confident or whatever the heck, that's because I was going to a shitty high school and had a lot less knowledge and less energy to be confident. I was extremely bitter. And when you're extremely bitter, you lack self love. When you lack self love, bro, you can't have any type of fruit of the spirit. Bro, that's gonna go out the window. I, anyways, we'll go through phases in life. Anyways, I don't care if I blow up. I don't care if I become successful. I don't want to become successful or famous at all. I just want to do God's will and make some money. That's really it. So there you go.